Hey guys, it's me, Brandon Johnson. You know, there's a few things that I think are really badass. Like the intro song to John Cena.
It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
Any song by David Allan Coe.
See the Grand Ole Opry, and I met Johnny Cash. If that ain't country, I'll kiss your ass.
And Al Pacino's quote in the movie Scarface.
The world, Chico.
In this 282 Cobalt, let's go for a ride.
What it really means to live life golden. We're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see it shine.
Okay, I know you're going to keep the boat on the lift. So putting the plug in the boat before you put it in the water, taking it out when you get out of the water, you're good on. So the first thing we do when we climb aboard our 282 Cobalt is turn the battery switches on. Underneath this sweet seat right here, we have our starboard and our port. We're going to turn them both onto both, and the alternator's going to charge all them batteries. If we're going to cove out and listen to the radio, switch it to 1 or 2. That way we have our batteries isolated. So we have fully charged batteries to start the boat on. When we're done for the day, just shut her off. So coming up to the helm here, there's 3 things to do if the boat won't start. If they're slightly in gear, the key will turn over and do absolutely nothing. If it just clicks, 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 it won't fire, you got your dead batteries. If it turns over, won't fire, your kill switch right here. Otherwise, this is direct injected, fuel injected. So you should just turn the key. Fires right up. This one, turn the key. Fires right up. Got your shifters here. These are split Lavarsi style shifters, and your throttles here. They shift really smooth. One finger. One finger. Always, always, always make sure your throttles are dead before you shift. So dead throttle before you shift. Okay? Looking at our buttons and switches, we got interior lights. show back there. Okay. Navigation, that's driving at nighttime. That's the red and green and the white light that's built in. In the middle is off. All the way right, that's stopped at night anchor light. So you can see these light up. Bilge pump's automatic. Engine hatches power. We'll open that next. Docking lights are up front. Now, captain's call exhaust. This thing sounds like a striped ass ape when the captain's call's on. Let me put it in gear here and get away from the docks. Only switch that at idle speed, okay? Only switch it at idle speed. Basically, you're choosing how your boat pumps out exhaust and water, which it's using to keep the motors cool, actually through the heat exchangers cool. So you can, one of these times, bend the rod that turns the flaps in the engines. That's no good. But, hell yeah, that sounds good. Off. Wiper, there's no wiper, but there's a button for it. There's no macerator. Water pressures for your water system, so that'll prime that up. Bilge blowers here. That works. Hopefully you can hear it click on. God knows on the accessories, sometimes it's nothing. You got tilt steering, so you can set this wherever you want. Right over here, you got your trim tabs. Those are the flaps on the side of the boat. This is an integrated drive trim. This brings them both up. This puts them both down. Just like almost every 262 or 282 I've ever driven or sold, the trim gauges don't work. So just go down. You'll hear it scream at you when it's all the way down. Trimming up, you'll be able to feel it. I'll include a link in the video of how to operate tilt and trim. I think you're pretty familiar with it already. This is a separate drive trim. One up, one down. One up, one down. I don't know why you'd ever even want to use that, but it's got them. Your power anchor is right here, so you turn it on here, and this is on here, and this is how it goes up. Oh shoot, it works. Up or down. So off, okay? I think that's it on the systems. So we got our trim gauges here. Tachometers, sync. These are always off a little bit, but it shows if one motor is running harder than the other. Speedo. Now it's also got the depth finder. It's roughly 50 feet at these no-wake buoys, and we're reading 51.2. We got 51.4 Fahrenheit on our air temperature. %0 trim because we're all the way down. Engine hours. Oh, that's right. One of these were hit water, air, temperature. Let's hit this one too. That one reads 76.3 because it had a new. This is a new gauge over here. We scan the hours to make sure, and it's 315 hours. Okay. Now, you got 4-in-1 gauges per motor here. On the 282s, the voltmeter for all the motors read on the starboard side engine because that's the one you can see because this one's covered by the wheel. We got our oil pressure's good, our temps are good, our fuel gauge is right here. Okay? Sometimes these will digitally tell you that stuff too. You just got to hit the buttons and see what all they do. They do so much stuff, it's hard to explain. So this bad boy's got a booming stereo in it. Right here. It's got all these different doohickeys to plug your phone in. But here's source. Too many damn buttons. I plugged my phone into it last time. So let's find a station.
Tell shop it through.
It's absolutely incredible. Blow the speakers off. So not only does that work good, it's like a Kenny Chesney concert out here when you crank it up. So now, I'm going to go ahead and run the boat, trimmed all the way down wide open, so we can get a feel for that. And then I'm going to trim it up and let the boat release so we can see top speed there, okay? So I'm going to take this from Billy so that I can show you the gauges as I'm running the boat. Okay, so now, we're ready to go. I'm excited and nervous because this boat's big and fast. So let's go ahead. My knees can't touch the wheel like all my other videos. Too short. So let's go ahead and pick it up. So we're trimmed all the way down. Tabs are up. So it just accelerates smooth right on the plane, and that's impressive on a great big boat. slow down. That's 55 miles an hour, trim down. Let's slow down so we can just cruise. I mean, it cruises nicely, really, anywhere from 30 to 45, but I need to run it wide open, so hope you're ready. Watch out, ducks. Hell yeah. See if we're putting off a rooster tail. Alright, so we're trimmed all the way down, running upper 50s. Let's trim up, get up on top of the water. A little too much about right there. A little over 60 and we're flying. So, let's trim back down, slow down. So the purpose of running the boat hard like this is not to really show off and act like cocky assholes. It's so that you know the boat doesn't miss, hit, spit, sputter at full speed. It runs absolutely strong. It's incredible, really. So this baby's going to be turnkey when you get it. Now let me go ahead and show you the condition. So Billy, if you just want to take over. So it's got the great big low water swim platform, the teak entryway, stereo remote controls back here, pop out cleats. Storage underneath these seats. Listen to the vinyl's in exceptional condition. Now I had mentioned some vinyl repairs, we already did them. I'll show you where they were. It's got the stainless steel windshield wrap. We'll wait for that to focus. You know, this is a tow point from the arch. It's got the bimini on it. Make sure I put that anchor light back together. It just came out of the, or it was taken off. We put it on, but didn't put the screw back on. It's got storage here. Do a nice slow look. Wait for this to focus. And a lot of these Cobalts, this ostrich vinyl here is cracked, but this is super soft. Okay, there was a vinyl repair back here where the door hit. We fixed. A little stuff right on the corner of the top seat there we fixed. The seats have flip-up bolsters. I don't really have silicone, but you can put a little silicone around this windshield on the back on both sides. Coming up in the bow, you have buoy storage. Anchor storage. It's a huge storage compartment. And the headrest. So we got our covers shoved in there and all of our filler cushions. Great big ski storage in the floor. Will you pop that hatch, Bill? Double wide Helm seat. Our ski tow bar's in the head as well. That pops in the back. For tubing, I would always use that ski tow bar. For kneeing, skiing, wakeboarding, I would use the arch. So here's our 5.7 GIs. 300 horsepower. Right there. Staying nice and dry. Now these are closed cooled 5.7 GIs, which is a great feature. It only uses raw water to cool the antifreeze through the heat exchanger and then out the manifolds. Well, I really hope you're happy with it. I'm super duper impressed. We'll get her out on the trailer. Actually, your trailer we had to put a board on, so we're going to pull it out on a different trailer, ship it to you on your trailer. And once we get it pulled out of the water, I'll go around the outside, and that's really it, unless you have any questions. All stuttered and stammering. This is what I meant. That thing goes through there, the bolt, that it's got a plastic bolt that's got a wing nut. Works just fine. Okay, there we go. That's all I wanted to show you. One thing I like to do with twin engines, when I'm pulling in to where I'm going, I get my wheel going straight, then I normally just use my shifters. So remember, you don't shift until your throttle's dead, but I just put in and out of gear, kind of like driving a bobcat or a skid steer, and you'll learn just going in and out of gear, you've got complete control of this damn thing. It's awesome. One last thing I also wanted to tell you, the reason I got Billy recording me here, when you go to put the boat on your trailer, and I know it's not going to be till fall, you actually want to come in just a little crooked to get that power anchor kind of around the winch stand. If not, you can, depending on your angle, the trailer's in the water, bang the anchor into the winch. So, but see here, I can just parallel park this boat. Just going in gear, out of gear. In gear, out one-handed like a boss. In gear, out of gear. My kids say that. It's not really my style. That's all I wanted to show you. Thank you very much. Now we got this bad boy pulled out on the trailer. Remember, your trailer's triaxle. So, drives are in great shape. We did a little touch up on these, on the Skags. There's your double barrel captain's call. On the starboard side, there's a fine little nick right there, about 5 inches long. You can kind of see right here where there was a gel coat repair once upon a time. They polished out and it really looks nice now. There's two of them right there too. Just a spot where it's fixed because we're in the sun. It's got your polished anchor and docking light housings. Holes in incredibly nice condition all the way back. I've been underneath both sides. Coming around the port side, really nothing in the gel coat here at all on the port side or hull. And there she sits. I sure hope you're happy with her. I know I'm impressed.
Models popping bottles.